Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hope that you are all doing well, amazing. Hopefully, getting some rest. Hello. Yes, welcome. My name is Latisse. It is currently around 11. It's 11:32 right now. 23:32 on my clock. You know, but I couldn't go back to sleep. I couldn't sleep. What happened was I took a nap after work. And that nap was only supposed to be 2 hours, but I didn't want to set an alarm because I was like, fuck it. Free will. I don't feel like setting an alarm for real. And I'm really tired. And last time I set an alarm, I still like snoozed it, whatever. Right? And so with that, I was like, okay, why not waking up at 11? No, sorry, at 10. Damn it. Right? Which is 22 on my clock. Why not waking up at 10? Hashtag spirit, thank you. And I was like, okay, fine. I had prepped some food earlier that I didn't get to finish cooking. Going to finish cooking that food, cuddling my baby because I gave him a coconut bath today. And I was like, okay, that should get me tired. Like cooking food typically tires me out, but I was not tired. I was like, fuck, okay. Maybe if I smoke a little bit, maybe watch a little bit of a video. I was like, no, Spirit just kept nagging me. He was like, I don't, just no. Because I have been exhausted lately. But they gave me this surge of energy. They told me to pop on. Camera didn't even finish the video. And yeah, and so they're making me bring up what I looked up. And they're, yeah, thank you, Spirit. And they're making me bring up what I looked up because I was watching one of the videos and she was like, I'm hearing like Yukon. And I'm like, the potato or the car? Because apparently Justin Bieber's has a song that's called Yukon. But I immediately thought of like Yukon potato or Yukon a car. And so in my head, I looked it up and I was like, which one came first? Now, in my head, I was kind of thinking like the potato kind of was here first, but I was like, no, there are different varieties of potatoes. And who the fuck am I to say what came first? Let me just look it up. So I looked it up and the car came first and the Yukon came after. It was a variety created after. It's not, I don't know if it was necessarily after the car, but it was created after the car. But it also isn't grown anymore. And so I was like, hold on, what you mean it's not growing anymore? Because I bought Yukon potatoes. It's not like grown in the US anymore because they're easily susceptible to disease and things of that sort, right? And they're hard to harvest and they don't yield good harvests. And when I research them, I want to research them. So farmers typically don't plant it in the US anymore or even in Canada. It's like it doesn't yield good results, which is hilarious. Because in magic, potatoes are about, it's essentially, it's an old medicine because it's potatoes, it lasts a long time. So variety that can withstand a lot, a lot of, I say, a lot of weather, thank you, and elements and things. But also with me looking it up and not me just assuming that I knew something based off of knowledge of one thing, it allowed me to get more information. Like, oh my God, they're extinct here. Like they don't grow here. They grow in parts of Europe, but not necessarily grow. And so I was like, okay, that's good to know. But then it got me thinking. I was like, I've bought gold potatoes before, but they don't say Yukon Gold because Yukon Gold potatoes it just says gold potatoes. What are those? And then just I was like, okay, though this is like a false potato. And so potatoes are about again being able to withstand a lot. So they're about that medicine essentially, but they're also about bringing in abundance. They're also about bringing in prosperity. And I was like, it's extinct here, but they're passing off something else if it isn't. And I was like, that's crazy. That is good to know. And so Spirit had me tell the story because it feels like there's something being passed off as one thing when it isn't really that thing. And it's a sense of you possibly thinking like, oh, potatoes were created first. Like, obviously potatoes, but it was the car, right? It reminds me when people think of the potato famine, they think it's because they didn't have any potatoes, but it's because all they had was fucking potatoes, which is hilarious because it's like you would think, yeah, no, but it's the opposite. So it's these things of, it may look a certain way, and Spirit wants you to dive in there a little bit more. Just dive in there just a little bit more, like, okay, I feel like I know. And it's not in a sense of doubting what you know, it's expanding what you know. I know potatoes were made for cars because it's a vegetable, it's something that grows from the earth. Cars have to be made from other things that come from the earth and crafted into something else, right? And so when I was like, okay, shit, fuck. So this is going to be something that's naturally coming from them. Naturally, like, you don't have to question, like, it just grows. And if it grows, it grows. If it's in the right environment conditions, it'll grow, right? And so it's like something that you have been told, or led to believe, or just accepted because of the knowledge that you have or the information that you were given, whatever it is. It's like you need to dig a little bit deeper into this, because it may not, everything is not what it seems. And that's hilarious because I mentioned magic. It is a great way to use magic. It is a great way to have prosperity magic and opportunities and money and abundance. My hands were ashy as hell. I'm gonna crack some cars and I ain't trying to crack my hands. I'll say, like, I'm excited to somebody. You moisturize yourself, take care of yourself. I say, but it's this energy that comes in with realizing something may lead to something else once you discover that, to not just accept knowledge at the forefront. Because accepting knowledge just as it's presented, just as it's giving, is not really knowledge in my mind, right? And how I'm going to break it down is like, say you're all learning a math problem, right? This is how the teacher would teach you the math problem, but you're like, okay, but I feel like there's a different way to get this that's possibly easier, or that works better in my brain, right? It just comes naturally, like this, right? Like I just know it, or it just works this way for me. I don't want to do it in the way that you're telling me to do it. But somebody's like, no, this is the way to get it. This is the way to get the answer. Imagine if somebody's like, this is the way to get the answer, right? And it's confusion to you. It's very hard. It's long, but it's like, okay, I'm kind of thinking of another way, but fine. This is the way to do it. That's essentially how it's kind of, they're giving it to me. With this, somebody's giving you something, you're just like, yeah, okay. I mean, it seems logical, or it seems like they would know more, or understand more, or navigate it better, or whatever it is. It's kind of like when you start growing up and realize your parents really didn't know what the fuck that they were doing, and they were just kind of like seeing if the spaghetti was cooked, throwing it to the wall and seeing if it sticks. Like, I guess we'll see if that works. Because obviously it's their first time being a parent to you too. So it's this energy of like, nobody really knows what the fuck they're doing. So, and we recognize that nobody really knows what the fuck they're doing. Okay, let me figure out what the hell I can do. And so with that understanding, it cracks me up, because I'm just like, okay, Spirit. And so Spirit is saying, it's kind of like that. If you're just taking the math problem as it is and you're not making it work for you, or you're not really researching if there is another way to do it, if there is something else that you can set up, whatever it is. And it's just taking that into account. That's hilarious. I flipped it on the Seven of Swords, which is about planning, coming together, making actions, decisive actions, right? Like, and then the World card, which is about endings and beginnings. So again, this is something where you're creating something, or wanting to do something, or planning something, and you're almost limiting yourself to getting more knowledge, to getting more information, to getting more truth, in order to truly get that end result that you're looking for, right? So Spirit is like, I'm here. What the hell? Come on, work a little harder. Come on, do a little faster. Come on. Where's that song? Everybody's watching now. Where's that song coming from? Come on, work a little harder. Come on, laugh a little louder. Shrek? Not Shrek. Oh, sorry, that took me a while. I was like, who the fuck? What? And y'all probably were like, Shrek. I don't know why this, but everybody's watching, and it's like, I don't. It's like your year, in which it kind of lines up with the New Year reading I did, where it's like everybody's watching, and that's what keeps playing. Everybody's watching now. Uh, yeah, and I don't know if I'm getting the words right, but that's what I'm hearing. Dance a little harder. Come on, come on. It's like just live your life even harder now. Be yourself even harder now. Be like, yeah, this is what you taught. This is how you taught me how to do math. But I found a different way, an easier way for me. We both got to the same answer, the same result, but it works better. Or I know I didn't. It's just like you're not just accepting what is currently given to you. Take a little bit more into it. Recognize a little bit more of it in taking it into itself, right? So, I say taking it into itself and recognizing these things. Yeah, we got the hangman coming in reverse. It's like, don't accept things just to keep moving. You get what I'm saying? Don't just accept the answer because you were seeking an answer and then all of a sudden an answer is given. That doesn't mean it's the right answer. Look at what the fuck AI is doing to people, okay? Not to get into that, but to get into that. Like, look, it has a lot of information and answers, but a lot of the answers are made up just to give an answer to satisfy that you have a question. That's why it's artificial intelligence. And I keep saying intelligence, knowledge, wisdom, all these things. It's like, don't just rush it because you're currently in a period of pause. You're currently in a period of waiting. And I feel like that's why you got the Nine of Swords coming out here. It's because it's mentally conflicting with you and your body. It's because you're moving, but your brain is like, "But that doesn't feel right. That doesn't seem like what?" No, and that's why you also got the Seven of Swords and Seven of Swords, Seven of Swords. Swords coming out. Well, mentally, it's like, you know a plan is different. You know a way is better for you. Right? I always like to say a leader will be always a horrible leader if they never listen to the people that they're leading. And I feel like you're allowing somebody to just lead and not really truly listen to you, which is so fucking hilarious. 1222 right there. When I thought of that, I was thinking, I said, you, and this just came out of nowhere. Okay. Yeah, I said, I say, I can't wait to get my motherfucking bell. Anyway, moving back and forth, moving on. But I was thinking, you've been in a relationship with somebody so long, but with all the love that they've given you, you can only create a slice of bread, and it already got a bite out of it. Somebody has been breadcrumbing information. Somebody has been breadcrumbing love. Somebody has been breadcrumbing themselves, i.e., you, and what they're able to do, what they're capable of doing, and what they should be doing. So it's like you're breadcrumbing your love, but all that was only able to create a slice, and it's got a bite taken out of it. It reminds me, I was talking to some friends today, and I was like, I don't get why, because it usually happens, and I'm just be honest, it's men. Okay, it's men that usually have another person call in for them. I literally had a person call today, right? Call for themselves today. A 36-year-old man, right? Call today, and his mom was also there, and he's like, yeah, and she keeps overtaking the conversation. I'm like, and I keep trying to talk to him. I'm like, okay, this man, okay, he called for himself, but he's allowing her to do it. So he just goes quiet. I'm like, okay, since you're also on the call, I need you to verify yourself and your son. Like that's if he's, and even when she did that, I still addressed the questions to him because I'm like, and you want to know what the call was about? He just wanted his card information. That's it. All you have to do is give me information about himself. And then on top of that, they were having issues. And then she was like, yeah, it's that also. He got the job from his dad. I said, oh, this person just allows everybody to do everything for them. And I'm like, okay. And I keep addressing them like, okay, Tom, that's not the real name because, Tom, what's this? Tom, what is that? Tom. And the mom keeps coming. I'm like, okay, thank you, Tom, because why are you? And ain't nothing notated on your account that you are mentally incapable. Because even people that they think, again, how it looks a certain way, how you're pursuing it a certain way, even people that think will mentally incapable call in for themselves. It's a sense of, are you independent enough to step out on your own? To trust your own plan? Because this plan got you worried, this information got you worried and stressed anyway. Something is not lining up. And not even saying people are lying to you, but if you're only going off of somebody else's knowledge and experience, that is limited in itself. So you have to have this Leo energy, this solar plexus energy of stepping out into your own. Stop relying. Stop just wanting and accepting an opportunity and an answer because that's what you're searching. No. Find the right one. Find the right alignment. Which is hilarious because you also got the Page of Wands, which I like to call my college students. People that are like, okay, this is what I want to practice. This is what I want to study. And this is what I want to major in. This is how I'm going to start building community, long-lasting friends, whatever it is. Or I'll say a confirmation burp before I even say that. Maybe you want to backpack through Brazil or whatever, and you just want to gather that knowledge and experience, right? Oh, I say it reminds me of Buddy. If you don't know Buddy, it is off of Steven Universe when he was traveling the world, right? And he was just trying to discover stuff. He was trying to find something. He's like, I discovered this. This is what I discovered. This is what I know. This is right? Actually, this next card is crazy. And like I said, Page of Wands is actions. Your body is ready to move and is ready to get creative. Page of Wands is about creativity, seeking out knowledge and information. It's fire energy. Hilariously, that strength, that independent energy, that fire energy. Why do you don't need nobody else in the car? The information I'm asking you, you answering just like that, and yet you still let this person keep over talking you. And it's gonna sound as morbid can get, but I'm gonna be as real it can get. But what's gonna happen if they die tomorrow? I always say that what's gonna happen if they decide not to fuck with you tomorrow? What's gonna happen if they decide to start giving you information tomorrow? Can you go out and explore on your own? Can you go out and discover on your own? Because there are multiple ways to get across the ice. You got ice skates. You got a sled. You can slide across the bitch. You can wiggly wobble and walk across that bitch. There are multiple ways to do it. But what's the end goal? Ooh. Go watch that reading. Don't miss the main plot of what you're trying to do. But to get back to the story of Buddy Ashe off of Steven Universe, and he just like, I wanted to discover it. So he would go to a place and he would write down different things and he would see other things and he would just write it down in what he's seeing, what he experienced, what he understood, and what he gathered from it. And he just went to travel because that's truly what he wanted to do. He wanted to travel, get information and knowledge. That's what he really wanted. He wanted to write and create something. And so he meets Amethyst hilariously. First, Amethyst is again balancing of the root chakras, making sure that you're grounded in a sense of self and understanding and a way to explore that and allow that to be expressed. So he shows Amethyst the book. And he's like, yeah, I went to all these places, And she was like, but you didn't discover any of these. These are already there. Like, you didn't actually discover this. And somebody gave you the map. Like, somebody did all that. So you didn't really discover it. But yeah. And he's just like, oh my God. Like, it shatters his world. He's like, I didn't discover any of this. I didn't do any of that. I didn't. Oh, shit. And so it crushes his world. We got the 10 of Wands. It's a sense of crushing world, realizing maybe I don't have all the knowledge. Maybe I'm not seeking out all the knowledge. Maybe I'm not being inquisitive enough. So he's like, damn. So it's like, fuck. And so he just starts wandering right to I think an empty space that I think Amethyst showed him, like, well, you're not supposed to go there, or it's like a moving castle or something, this and that, or something like that. Whatever. And he goes there and he's in the desert and he's, just dealing with life. Like this 10 stories, he's dealing with life. Everything that has got him to this point, all the places he's traveled, realizing that he was following somebody else's pathline and guide. And then here comes World's Courts on the desert. It's funny. This next card is nice. I love it. Here comes World's Courts on the desert. She's like, well, nobody's seen it the way that you have. Nobody's explained it the way that you have. Nobody's gotten into it the way that you have. Yeah, they were able to write off where these places were, but nobody's seen it or explained it or explored it the way that you have in such a way. And in that moment, he was like, you're right. You were absolutely right. Like, I just knew what these places, but nobody knew about these plants and these creatures and this and that. I wrote that down. I gave that information. If I would have just been, took that like, damn, you right, and just stopped. If he would have just stopped like, damn, you right, Amethyst, let me go home. He wouldn't have created a library filled with a lot of his books of what he discovered. Working with other people and what they discovered, bringing it into the library. So it's this energy which is crazy because the 9 of Swords being right on top of the 10 of Wands is like this burden that you are carrying physically on your body. It's because you are rushing the answers mentally. It's because you're not following your true lead of where you want to go. You have to have this inner strength. And the fact that the Strength card is in the middle, almost pulling together this energy for balance, for restoration, it has to come in. Because we got the 9 of Cups. Like I said, it's this energy. Then once he realized, he was like, you're right, nobody does it like me. I always tell people, go to the store and look at how many varieties of white t-shirts there are, and then look at how many brands there are for white t-shirts. Look at how many brands there are for socks. Look at how many brands there are for a certain type. We all know Fruity Pebbles, and we all know Pebbles of the fruit, but it's that's probably from the same company or not from the same company. But it's this sense of realizing if I limit myself because of the knowledge that somebody else gave me and accepting it as is, or a way that it has to be or whatever, it's like I'll never break the mold for myself. I'll never create something shape for myself. So with this 9 of Cups, it's this balance of your emotional energy. Not wanting fleeting pleasure. Not wanting quick moments. Not wanting just quick answers. Because those answers are keeping you up at night with your true inquisitive nature, your true creative nature, your true knowledgeable, I want to explore nature, and it's weighing you down because now you added this weight on your body to not actually move in the way you want to. We got the final card of Judgment coming out here, which is also in the middle. So the Judgment, then Strength, and the 9 of Cups. It's this energy where I feel like you've been judging yourself a little bit too much. Comparing yourself maybe a little bit too much. Or just, again, the scarcity holding yourself back just a little bit too much. Because you feel maybe, okay, I mean, that seems logical. This seems right. Just because it seems logical that the Yukon potatoes would have been created first doesn't mean that that's the true answer. Just because it seems logical, you didn't discover any of this. I may not have discovered it, but I discovered a whole lot of things within it. I let people know how to do. It's from my point of view. I always tell people, create your own Bible. Are you having a conversation with God? Are you? Are you truly listening? Because with the Judgment being up top, next to the Hangman and the 9 of Swords, it's this energy. This is literally, it says it's the angel's trumpet. And it don't gotta be an Abrahamic God. It can be you feeling like you are your God. It can be the universe, the line, so forth, ever you put your energy and belief into. Do you have that relationship and connection? Are you going to the priest to have them forgive you when you forgive yourself? Don't let me get into it. So, take that in and recognize that this burden that you're carrying of like, man, I gotta do it this way, man, I gotta set up this way. Nah, that seems right. This seems logical. Baby, no. No, people were looking at the Wright brothers crazy as fuck when they were trying to fly. Like, these niggas trying to get off the ground. Get the fuck up out of here. He should have took the train, dumb bitch. And then all of a sudden, as soon as he off the ground for those first 10 seconds, they was like, you know what? I kind of always believed in him. No, you didn't, girl. Shut the fuck up. No, you didn't. I don't know why that's coming out. But I feel like as soon as you really bet on yourself, your energy, and who you are, that's when you release these physical limitations, these physical burdens, this energy of feeling like maybe I do or don't know what to do. Your life is never going to be, how do I want to say this, Spirit, in the right way? Your life will never be truly lived if you are only living off what other people telling you your life should be lived as, because then it's no longer your life. It's their words affecting how your life is lived, and that's it. Okay? You got this, honey. Bunches. Let me see if they got any final messages here for you. 8 of Cups, 6 of Wands. That metamorphosis, that change, that removing the old thoughts and structures from yourself to truly live in your emotions, to truly live in that abundant pleasure. Not just accepting that. Y'all see me shuffle. Y'all see me shuffle the motherfucking cards. Like I said, you're removing yourself from feeling in those limited ways and those limited beliefs. Yeah, that's coming right under the Hangman, the Page of Wands. And then it's the 8 of Cups. In those still moments, instead of being like, okay, the first answer I got is the first answer that's real. Reminds me of the intuition game I told you that I found out from Kate, where it's like, okay, Spirit, show me a ladybug, a red ladybug. And then all of a sudden you're like, okay, I see a cricket. That's a bug, but that's not what I'm looking for, right? And then you see a red butterfly. It's like, okay, that is closer. It's a red butterfly, but it's not a red ladybug. And then you win again. It's like, oh, there goes the red ladybug. This is the true answer I was looking for. And the lines to the manifestations reading I did as well. A lot of previous readings I did. So you could be getting readings from people. You could do readings for yourself and or get channeled messages. And it's kind of that energy. Yeah, we got the 4 of Wands. And that's right under the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. Your body is really looking for something that is stable, something that is grounded, something that is rooted, and more than just words. You really truly want that. And so with all this fire energy, the wands, the strength, I'm hearing the Judgment card, all this fire energy is relieving your emotions, is relieving your mental strife. Because I feel like it's just hilarious. The only mental card that actually came out was the Swords. What's keeping you up as night is essentially this own understanding of like, there's something else. And it's because you got somebody else's energy on you. And not like, again, it don't got to be high. It's just because you're accepting it. And somebody else is always in your energy, and your body is always going to be a confliction between the two. Okay, final card that you got is the Fool card. It's right in the middle. Kind of leaning on the page. Yeah, it's right in the middle, leaning on the Page of Wands. So again, they really want you to put those creative ideas out there. If you're feeling it, go after it. Do it. Because right now, the only thing stopping your body and energy is feeling like, okay, but that's not how it's done. That's not how they set it up. Da-da-da. I don't know. It seems right. It seems logical. No. Logic is not needed. Logic is for fools. I'm gonna go, yes. So let us be your reader. It's time to step into your own energy. It's time to rely on your own answers, your own truth. It's time to recognize that I can be a fool. And the fact that the fool is on top of the Page of Wands, and the Page of Wands, any page is literally about knowledge, seeking knowledge and understanding. It's like, baby, be a fool with that. Maybe I'm a fool. Maybe I'm a fool for you. Blah, blah. And like I said, like the Wright brothers, they was like, I don't know why that keeps coming up, but it also lines up with the song. It's like, everybody's watching now. It's like, I already had this idea. People was like, take the train, take the car. He could take a horse. My dude bucket carriage. It's like, no. I'm going to look like a fool in front of you, and that's fine because I have the strength and the knowledge to know that this is long lasting. Be ready to look like a fool in other people while living your life. Because some people calling you a fool for not living your life. Somebody gonna be talking shit about you either way if that's what's holding it back. Or even just like somebody else said it, so they told me, no. But your body listened. Your brain took it in. You decided to do that. I say even with manipulation, you have to be willing to be like, okay, unless you're a child. You know? That's why I was like, don't blame children. Children are literally, they're extra learner. Anyways, that's a different conversation for a different day. Anywho, anyhow, anyway, nothing. You get what I'm saying? So choose that. Understand that. Recognize that. Be like a child. Ask those questions. Why is the sun getting raised? Why does it and then explore that. Okay? I love you. Love yourself.